All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So I normally don't do stocks back to back this often, but yeah, I really wanted to talk about today's AMC day, all right? First and foremost, I talked about it maybe coming down as low as the 100, right? Because we even saw it on the weekly, it was close to the 20 down there. So if you were able to take advantage of that, you crushed it today, and you know I'm so happy for you, okay? From there, look, I'll be honest, this is not the close I was expecting today, all right? We'll talk about the candle way more than the actual 32%. Obviously, 32% is a really good number, right? But man, this candle speaks a lot more to me. The last time I looked at after hours, it was going up. Okay, it's still going up a little bit, but again, not the same after hours as Friday, right? So yeah, I'm excited to talk about AMC. And then IDEX, I believe, is basically just sitting on the 100 still, though. Again, I'm glad we're closer to like 9-10 cents than we are like 6 cents, right? So that's at least a good thing. But yeah, I still need a big move on IDEX for sure. And then FFIE, I know I looked at it earlier in the day. I honestly don't know where it closed. I think it was either up or down like a 5%. So nothing too significant. But again, we'll talk about all of these three very shortly. But before we go any further, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this video on the internet, comment good or bad. Look, I swear, if you disagree with me, I'm not here to hate on you, all right? I'm not pretending to be some like stock guru thing. Like, we're here trading, you know, we're here sharing, not trading, that was the wrong word, but yeah, we're sharing information and opinions, right? And when educated people do that, really good things do happen, okay? So with that said, let's get into AMC and a couple things, all right? The one big thing I said on the last video, because when I made my last video, it was the after hours pop already. We had already run about 60-something% after hours. If I'm not mistaken, we were around this area because I know we had smashed all the moving averages already. And I think we were up quite a bit. So I might not be, you know, exact, but I want to say we basically ran to about the high $5 when I made my video during the after hours run, okay? Again, I kind of started the video with this, but one thing I said on the last video was I think there's a really good chance we're going to drop down here. Okay, I said that because of a couple things, all right? First and foremost, just look at this 200 moving average, this purple line right here, all right? One insignificant pop and a hard drop, big test right here, and really the last time we were basically over it was December of 2021, okay? This purple line was no joke, all right? From there, you know, I did say that, hey, I don't think we're going to go much lower than the red line, right? Obviously, there was a real possibility that we would come down here. This peak right here also lined up pretty well with the 100, and 50% of this candle, which basically lined up to the bottom of this guy right here, lined up with this 100, right? So it was sitting up here. And I felt good saying, hey, I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's going to come down. Go back on my last video and watch it. You know I'm not here to like boast that I'm right or anything, but like I hope you learn something from this, all right? The important thing is, number one, after hours is how you get your hand stuck in the cookie jar. It is. And I think if this was any other stock, it would have come down here and it would have stayed down here. Truth be told, I'm surprised we got a green candle today. I actually am. I think I was expecting either a hard drop or really just like maybe a something right here. Like, I guess the only way it would have been a doji was for it to hit up here. But man, I'm surprised it's a green candle. I'm surprised we got back over the 200. I'm not going to say I'm not. The thing is though, okay, this single day does not matter as much as tomorrow's confirmation. If you've been watching my videos, that is basically like the backbone of everything I say, all right? Like, one good day is cool, all right? And again, I hope you made good money on it, but what I'm here for is a good sustained uptrend. I like putting my money in something. I like going to bed. I like waking up and seeing I'm making money, right? Like that is the American dream. Make money while you sleep. Like the stock market's where you do that. When you like buy on a pump and you got to worry about a dump, man, that's how you gain some gray hairs and lose, like I'm telling you, you know. So today was an interesting day. Tomorrow's confirmation matters more, all right? And obviously my next line is up here, but I need to see, what do you look like? Yo, this is our candle. It's the bottom of this, top of this, almost the top of this. Basically, like, we must, all right, listen to me. We must. Okay, I know in the comments, Samuel had asked, Samuel Martin, I forgot what number I gave you. I hope it was the 611 number. Man, I was like replying to a bunch of stuff, but this is what I think the number is. I think we need to close over this for me to believe. Because let's just look at this 611 to 8, basically 8. Let's talk about this $2 channel right here. Red, 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 green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 green. Oh, interesting little plateau. I probably will want to draw some. Okay, I'm going to lower this line. I think we're bringing it here. Yeah, I think we're bringing it here. Actually, I think I'm going to take it a little higher. I think we're taking it to there. Okay. Why did I do that line? Maybe I did the bottom of this. I don't want the bottom of that. I think I like this line just a little bit better. Again, I see more red, red, red ups and downs. There's an interesting little plateau here. But then again, after this one, there's another red, 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 green, 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 red, 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 red. Really, I would say this. Look, it's a big ways to go. It's almost a 50% difference. So I think this is a little too conservative. Even that seems a little, I think 611 is a really interesting line. If you want to go a little safer, I do think this could be it. What number is this? 660. I think 660 is a little more conservative. Again, there is no such thing as guaranteed. There is no such thing as safe and all that sort of stuff. But I'm going to draw only my 611 line. Again, 660 was a good 50% and top of a few candles. But AMC, I'm telling you, I'm not convinced yet. I'm telling you, I see after hours still going up. I'm not convinced yet. I still legit think we could come down to here. I think 545 close tomorrow is actually very realistic. I don't think we're going to come this low again tomorrow. Okay, if we do, oh my God, I'd be scared. I think I'd be really, really scared tomorrow if we lost this 542. Okay, this morning, like I said, it wasn't necessarily as scary. I'm surprised it bounced back up as much as I did. I can't stop repeating myself there, but yeah, I don't think it can do that kind of wick down and you know, regaining that much time. All right, now look, volume holding and actually volume going almost 2x more also really surprised me. Okay, and I really gotta believe that, like, I think it was more catching the 100 and going up than it was the actual valid. I don't know. I'm telling you, I still don't believe. All right, and I think I've talked just a little bit too much on this. You know, again, please let me know if you disagree. All right, but again, I really actually think 540 makes a little more sense to me than this 611, but I will be, I didn't even do it. Let's set an alert real quick for 612. Let me know a penny over that bad boy. 612. I'll be watching if it happens. I'll tell you that. All right. AMC. Tomorrow matters more than today. All right. What was next? IDEX. Okay. IDEX. Where are we at? Look, I've talked about really two themes the last few videos. All right. Theme number one is oscillating the 100 moving average, this blue line right here, okay? We go above it, we come below it, we go above it. I don't know if we're about to go back below it again, okay? That's theme number one. Theme number two was basically this 20 moving average trying to steal the orbit, okay? It's like steal the oscillation, all right? Basically, we now start to come under it, we now start to go over it, we kind of don't come under it. And in fact, we actually no longer are going up like I was hoping. We're actually flattening out, okay? So I believe the oscillating over the 20 is now no longer a real thing. I still see the oscillation over the 100 and under the 100, right? My next thing I see, because again, we care a little bit more, like these don't look good, and I hope you see these three before I get to it, but really the next thing I see is this 8 and the 20, all right? This 8 is now curving down a little bit less than ideal, all right? And hey, we've seen it here, and then it quickly recovers, right? So, and the reason it does is because it has a moving average that can catch it. There is a lot of pressure on this 8-cent line. How close are we to 7? Oh, it's a relatively high 8, at least a middle 8. How close are we to 9? Again, I wish I had more decimals here. All right, I'm gonna guess that this is like 0.083, maybe 0.084, give or take, okay? I would say, and look, as I'm clicking here, I see a couple things. That's actually roughly 50% of this guy right here, right? Almost roughly the bottom of this guy as well. It's obviously a little too low. It's kind of like right here, right? That's 50% of the big candle, a little closer to that. But this, like, how do I say this? Okay, look, let me just kind of gather my thoughts. Let's talk about the 50 moving average. Let me go there. This 50 moving average has actually been a very, very difficult line, okay? We break it, there's a decent shot that this 50 doesn't hold, all right? I'm just looking at this view. Let's just zoom out. Jesus, let's just zoom out more. Like, dude, Jesus, since February of 2021, almost back in 2020, all right? Like the 50 average line is basically the easiest line to see because it's the top of it, right? There has not been a real bounce on the 50, okay? What does that mean? Look, we like bounce, go. When you bounce, it means that the line is your friend. You know what I mean? And like this oscillation, there wasn't a lot. Like this 20 bounce was a decent bounce. It just didn't bounce up. It just kind of stayed with, right? But look, I feel like there's a decent chance that we keep oscillating the 100. I legit don't believe yet we're gonna hold this 50, and they're getting so close that I'm worried the 100 oscillation will become insignificant because the 50 is going to take it and it's going to say, you know what, bro, you ain't my friend. All right. And I said that as simple as I could, and I hope I explained that well. Let me know if that didn't make sense. But I, in a nutshell, do not believe in the strength of this 50 moving average as a support. I think this is a trap door. All right. I think if we get this low and we actually hit the 50, we're dropping a 5. Okay. I was worried here that we were going to come down here. I'm now kind of worried this is the only real one and it's going to come here. Again, let me know if you disagree. I'm not here to like make you fear anything, make you sell. Like that's not my game, right? I'm just trying to give you some unbiased opinions based on these colorful lines, right? But now I'm going to start coming down here. That's not a good MACD. Those are diverging, but the wrong way. The diverging is a fancy word for going away from each other, and those two are going away with the green wanting to go back into the negative. Sorry, I scrolled too much. That's not a good RSI. Volume has been horrible. Like, I'm telling you, I'm worried here, all right? The strongest thing this thing has is the 100 moving average. We have now been under the 8 moving average for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. We've now been under the 20 for 1, 2, 3 days, all right? These 2 days actually being some decent candles under it. If the 100 doesn't hold, I'd be scared, all right? Where are we on the weekly? Again, man, this is an interesting weekly because RSI is kind of saying, hey, be patient, all right? MACD is actually still kind of going up and it's getting closer and closer, and we are still on the 8, you know what I mean? Like, man, maybe, geez, what number is this? 9, like a high 9, a real high 9. That's probably this, maybe this, yeah, like, I don't think I would touch this stock under 10 cents. I've actually said 11 cents is my money line because, again, after 11, this guy keeps getting closer and closer down to us, right? But, hey, even a move from 11 to 15 is still actually some decent money. And actually, we're now at the bottom of this. So that makes that 15, 14 just a little bit harder. But yeah, this needed to break a lot sooner. I'm sad that the 200 came down as much as it did. So overall, I'm not liking IDEX. I'll be real honest with you. It's all about the 100 holding and bouncing. That is the important thing here. I can't stress that enough, right? FFIE, okay, interesting day. Interesting day, all right? Man, it's basically the same thing. It's all about this 100. It's just kind of doing different things, right? This 100 is a pretty hard resistance. We do break it, unfortunately can't confirm. We do break it, unfortunately can't confirm. There are a lot of moving averages here, though, right? Like, it should be hard to lose all of these. I think that's a really easy thing to say, but clearly the goal is nothing more than break the 100 and run to the 200. You know, there is a lot of green, 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 red, 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 red. Like, good things actually would happen at 31 cents. And I think 31, 32 cents is probably going to be my entry point money line. Where are you at? I'm going to delete this line. I don't think I need this line at all. I was basically just taking the bottom, but at that point, we're just looking at that. I think I'll set an alert. I think I will. I think I'm going to do 32 cents, not 31. Yeah, give me 32 cents. I wouldn't mind knowing FFIE at 32. Let's see what that looks like. Because again, that's not a bad ride to 42 cents. There are only 3 dimes, right? Like, we're adding a really, really nice little move if we can break the 100 and we work up. And one more time, just look at it, right? Green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 green. Hopefully that just means a good little quick run up to here, right? From there, the real big thing would be if this thing can move the 200 and get over it, right? But that's been a hard difficulty to say the least. And honestly, I don't even want to talk about breaking the 200 until we actually believe that the 100 moving average broke, okay? But hey, the technicals are actually a little bit better down here. We are in the positive. I wish this divergence was more, right? There's more of a parallel movement than like an actual diverging going away from each other, right? And RSI is actually seemingly cooling off, but it seems like the green line isn't slipping. It's trying to hold, you know what I mean? So what happens to this stock? Can you go? You're kind of a pop and dropper, right? You get a high RSI, drop, high RSI, drop, high RSI, kind of relive it, but then drop. High RSI, like, I think we're coming down to the 50. I think we're going to come down to 26 cents. Again, not that significant. I mean, I guess it's 10%, right? But I'm actually believing we might break what does your weekly look like? Be patient here. I actually really think be patient here with FFIE. It looks like we're golden crossing on the weekly, all right? I just don't know if it's going to be a super tight, insignificant one, right? Like, this was a golden cross that obviously became insignificant pretty quickly, right? Hindsight's easy to see that, right? But that's not a bad. Let's hopefully gain some more volume. We're a tenth of where we need to be, right? We basically want to get to 30 million. We don't have 9 more days, right? So we really do need a little bit of volume to pick up here. But I think it's going to break the 100. I think you just need to be patient. I think it's going to come down a little bit. I think the RSI will reset down to like the 50. Oh, geez, that's lower than I thought. No. Yeah, like here. Maybe the 50 range right here, and then it re-goes. That's actually my guess. I'm not going to say neither word, really. But hey, let me know if you agree or disagree. I appreciate your time so much.